I think one of my favourite items we've had consigned here in America.
200 pieces.
200
wow.
pieces. $100, $150.
$100 or $150
Yeah,
for this one. Hello everybody, this is War Story Video Blog. I'm Alex and here we are in United States in Pennsylvania. We're located American headquarters of CNT Auction House. CNT Auction House and met right behind this door, and let's go and see what is inside. It will be biggest unpacking on this channel because it's a lot of stuff behind this door. Let's wait for it.
Hey Alex!
Hello Matthew.
Good to see you. How you doing?
Good to see you. We, with our subscribers, came here and went to check what's going on here.
Okay, yeah, good. It's great to see you all. Obviously, we're a little bit under construction still, so we've been so busy getting consignments in already. It's been really well received, having CNT auctioneers here in America. So we're a little bit delayed in getting the office set up.
Yeah.
But we're getting there, and hopefully soon we'll have it all done and ready to go fully.
A lot of boxes here, and
Yeah, a lot of boxes.
some of them, I guess, we can unpack too.
Sure, yeah, by all means. Yeah, you're
that's
welcome.
cool.
Yeah.
And let's do short review. Could you tell us about items? I see here some items on the corner. Honestly, I saw some of them already, but it's still cool because we can see here German items, German imperial items, and more stuff. American, England, Japanese stuff. A lot of items. And when will be auction this?
This stuff will be coming up on the 27th and 28th of July of this month.
Yeah. So you have time to take pictures of.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been taking all the pictures, getting everything ready, so it's ready to go in our sow in England.
And some really interesting stuff we can see here. This is RAD, enlisted man Hewer, SA Daggers.
The SA is an erased Rome inscription.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Look.
Shall I show you?
Let's see it closer. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's quite rare. It's like a lazy ground draw when they deleted only the main part. Yeah.
These are the ones I actually prefer. These ones.
Yeah.
Because you see part of the inscription. I always think they're a nice erased
cool.
Rome to have in a collection.
Yeah, that's nice. And can you tell us about the pictures?
Certainly, like I said, this is I think one of the best items we've had come in. It's a original oil portrait painting of Adolf Hitler, but still in the original send home box that the American GI sent it back to his family in looks like in Kentucky here. Just a really nice piece that, as you can see, it's never been cleaned, never been touched. Probably since 1945 when it was sent home. They've literally just put it up in an attic and just forgotten about it. So it's just black with patina and dirt, and I just think it's a wonderful piece of bring back Militaria.
Yeah, and most important thing, probably not most, but really important thing, it's a box. It's an original box, because it's not just a painting of Adolf Hitler. It's a trophy. It's a
trophy. It almost tells the history of this man. Obviously, it was important to him to bring back his souvenir, and I think it's just a real nice.
Did you research?
Not yet. No, not yet. We're gonna try and get someone onto that to try and research what he was, what he did, where he was based, etc. But I just think it's a really cool piece.
Because if you know where his unit located, you can guess from
roughly, probably where he picked it up or where he found it. So
and wow, it's still impressive.
Yeah.
And
so you've got the artist sign down here. It's a little bit faint. We're going to try and work out exactly the artist, because it would have been one of the official artists for the Third Reich, we believe.
That's interesting, really interesting. And he looks set. Probably it's the end of 44.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it dated?
Not that we found. No, we can't find any dates on it. But We had it out and looked at the back earlier. There's nothing on there at all. But
so that's really interesting. Impressive stuff as a trophy. I think it's great video. If you agree with me, please text comment about it. And we have a lot of boxes and not enough time to open all of them. But let's open in random box, for example, from this and that one, few items, and just for show the variety of pieces we can see here. For example, what is here? Oh, it's like a piece from the movie.
Almost, yes.
Yeah.
This is style of the Royal Horse Artillery uniform. Again, needs a little bit of restoration work, but very classic. The Royal Horse Artillery, famous for the frogging.
And how much is it?
This again, quite a reasonable price. Will be somewhere in the region of maybe even $100, $150.
$100 or $150 for this one. So it's if you order it to create it, it will be much
cost more money.
More
Yes,
expensive.
More money to make,
It will cost more money. I have to learn English better because you can speak with more simple constructions. Like
this is nice. This is what's known as the shabarak. So to go over the horse and you put your saddle over the top. So this is for Victorian, for a lieutenant colonel.
Yeah. And how much is this one?
This one probably in a region of maybe $500 to $700.
I imagine how much this stuff, if it could be Russian Imperial stuff, it will be maybe 20 times more.
Possibly, yes.
Yes. Because in Soviet Russia, after revolution, they just destroy all Russian Imperial stuff. And what is here? Oh, something interesting.
Okay, so what we got here, let's open this up.
Yeah.
It looks like a piece of headdress.
In a metal box.
In the metal storage tin, Japan storage tin, yep. Okay, this is looks like a classic piece of military headdress. Okay, so this is what's known as the famous bearskin. Okay, so this is the type. This one is actually for probably something like the Royal Scots Greys or something like this. Slightly different shape to a standard guard's bearskin. Yeah. But again,
it's like a royal guard near the palace.
Yes, very, very similar. They slightly different shape and style. I think we've got a very nice one coming up in our London office.
Oh, interesting.
We have one which, again, I can shoot you some pictures of.
And what price range for
this one? This is quite nice. So this would probably be in the region of probably $800 to $1,200, something along those sort of lines. It's nice. It's Victorian as well, so it's quite a nerdy one, and you're in the storage tin as well. So.
Victorian, it means 19th century, yeah?
Yes, that's correct, yeah. Queen Victoria. So, and it's in the original storage tin as well.
And what else?
What else we got?
Looks like interesting box.
This looks like a pair of tinned uniform epaulettes. See if I'm right. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So these are nice. These are for what's known as a Lord Lieutenant. So sort of a civilian range, but these are for Scotland. So you see you've got the...
It also could be displayed with Scottish dirks.
Sure, yeah. So again, nice quality bullion embroidery there.
It's a pair.
You have the left, you have the pair, so you have the left and the right one. And then normally what's marked on the side here. Yes, you see this is the right hand side one. You don't want to put your epaulette on the wrong side.
Yeah.
So that's a nice pair. So they're more civilian based, but again, quite nice condition those. Let's see what else we've got in here. Well, here we have another, probably epaulettes here again. Yeah, so these are earlier and these are military issue. So again, these are nice officers called full dress epaulettes.
And what rank?
No, necessarily wouldn't know the rank, so it's any officer rank really. But what's nice is they've got the early crown, what we call crown and numbered button. So this is for the 17th Regiment of Foot.
Interesting.
So again, these date probably from around probably about 1850, 1860. So sort of good Crimean War period piece here really. But again, very good condition considering their age.
You have to research, was this regiment involved in Crimean war? Because it's very interesting, because it's like antique stuff related with
Sure.
different countries.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. Again, we will research the 17th Regiment of Foot and find out exactly if they served in the Crimea or not.
But anyways, quite early. And what else? What else we have?
What else we can find?
Oh, and here is dedication from London. And what else?
Here we have, just found in the box, this is again, piece of headdress, but this is nice that it's for the 3rd Hussars, and you've got the name of the officer here. And typically with all English pieces, you have the gentleman thing, Esquire at the end. So, and it's Hawks & Co. Piccadilly, famous military retailers. And so look what we got. So here we have what's known as the full dress Busby, again with the original cap lines. So again, that's pretty good shape, and again, quite a nice piece of Victorian Militaria. Might be slightly later, but.
And do you have your own collection of English pieces?
I have a few pieces, English medals and pieces, so medals that are actually awarded to people who served during various conflicts. Especially, I do quite like his medals relating to the Indian Mutiny, again 1850s. And the good thing with British medals is you can research, and although they all look the same, they're all named to a person, so you can look into what the person did, get all their military service history, and you can really trace their whole life in the British Army. So good things to collect.
Yeah, that's great, because for example in German awards you can't do that, only coblets.
Exactly. Exactly. So no, the fact British medals are mostly named is a big help, really.
Yeah.
So.
And sometimes you can see Russian awards for British people with
very often
with named. Yes.
Lots of Russian awards were given out to British troops, especially ones who served in Operation Archangel, etc. Lots were given to the Navy. British naval officers.
Yeah, I saw some medals for the bravery, and it was signed on the side by British officers and soldiers. Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so also we have here a really fine example of an SS candidate sword with a beautiful engraved blade, Dachau made sword with the original knot here as well. As you can see, it's really tightly tied on there, just as it's been brought back. I'm just going to hold it just to not let any stress go on that knot there, but really nice piece for any SS sword or dagger collector.
And what else items you have in your home office in England?
In the home office, we have a lot of items. Because we're an auction house, we don't just do German World War II items, we cover all nations, all periods. One of my favourite items that we've got coming up for sale is a original handwritten letter from a Lieutenant Bromhead, who some of you may have known was one of the officers famously at the defence of Rorke's Drift during the Zulu War of 1879. And this handwritten letter was written back to his sister, just explaining what happened at the battle, where he was, and he even asked her to save some newspaper cuttings because he wanted to see what they wrote about him. Anyone who's seen the classic war movie Zulu about the defence of Rorke's Drift will realise what an important piece that is. And amongst that, we've got other things. We've got other German daggers, we've got British helmets, German equipment. We've got a super Luftwaffe Schellenbaum flag, which was brought home by the vendor's father from I think somewhere in Saxony in after World War II. He was an air observer pilot working for the Royal Artillery, looking for spotting places, and this flag was at the barracks where he was stationed, so he took it as his war souvenir. So really, that's a really nice piece. We've got German medals. We have a lovely condition, almost mint, silver grade German cross in the original box that was brought home by the vendor's father, along with some SS medals that he found in Berlin. And a real whole mixture of items we've got coming up in the sale. So I'm sure there'll be something for everyone who watches your videos, Alex, that will be able to look in, and it will hopefully will fill their collecting interest.
And this is a great idea because it doesn't make sense to send back and forth items if somebody from United States buy this stuff.
Exactly right, and we were getting always lots of vendors in America asking us, "Oh, how do we go about selling in your auction?" So it opens it up to a whole new market, and as we all know, the American soldiers brought back a whole heap of souvenirs. So there's lots of military out there, lots of very big collections here in America. Yeah, that's why we thought it was time to try and launch out here and offer our services to American clients.
Yeah, that's great. And let's open some box. We can see here it's not that expensive items in this box, and let's do it. And let's start our unpacking. I think we can start from the top.
Okay, no problem.
And probably we can open a couple boxes.
Sure.
What is inside here?
This, I believe, are some Russian Caucasian Kinjals.
That's
So probably of
interesting.
interest to your subscribers.
Yeah.
We'll leave that there for the moment. Look at this box maybe. See what's in here.
Yeah, let's open it.
Okay.
Oh wow, full of stuff.
Full of stuff. Okay, so this is quite a mixed bag of stuff by looks of things.
Yeah.
Some
Let's see what.
Scottish uniforms. We have what's known as the Scottish Trews for the Golden Highlanders.
Oh, that's a famous Scottish stuff.
Famous Scottish regiment.
Yeah.
We're one of the most famous Scottish regiments. So.
And what period is it?
These are probably sort of late 1900s, sort of 1920, 1930 period, something like that. But they carried on wearing from the Victorian period all the way through. So, and it's a real mixed bag of pieces in here. It's a big bag of parts, shall we say uniform parts for collectors. These are the waist sashes that were worn by sort of Victorian officers and Edwardian officers. So they're all on their frock tunics, etc. Yeah, more of the same sort of colour sergeants, waist sashes. Good sort of pieces when you're trying to make up a Victorian British military officer. Here we have, again, okay, so this is what's known as a Scottish doublet uniform. Again, sort of, you can always tell the age by the buttons. So this one is going to be from sort of King George V, probably. King George V or King George VI. Sometimes it'll be dated inside, but it's just a very typical Scottish.
And how rare is it?
They do turn up, but it's nice. It's quite an early one, so it's nice with the green collar. And each regiment would have a different. So.
And I feel great that we can unpack it and put it on handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's better for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without doubt.
And is it consignment items?
All this has been consigned for auction.
And you receive it from American collectors?
Yes, this has all come from in Boston. This was all sent down to us from.
In New England.
In New England, yes.
Yeah.
New England, yes. So this has all come down to us. And I believe it's all English and maybe the odd piece of other nationality as well, but mostly it all came from an English collector.
Interesting.
So,
and what estimate price of this one?
Something like this would be probably in a region of sort of $150 to $200, something along those sort of lines. So it's very much affordable compared to some of the say German militaria, but it's quite a good investment at the moment. Lots of people are investing into British military.
Yeah, because 150, 200, it's like two dinners in the United States.
Yeah, exactly. It's reasonable, and you can build a nice collection, and it's normally very sort of flash and flamboyant looking.
Yeah.
It's certainly early Victorian English. So.
Yeah. Probably 30 years ago, German military cost around the same price, and we see how it works now.
Yeah.
Oh.
These are what's known as a Gurkha pillbox hat.
Oh wow, it's a box full of treasures.
Endless box of items. So.
But this one is American.
This is American, yeah, US Marine Corps.
And what period is it?
That I think is quite modern. I think it's probably a ceremonial piece, probably 70s, I would think, something like that, 1970s. So not overly old. But then you got Irish pieces. I'd say a real mixed bag of items, really.
Yeah, so you have to sort it, and
yes, my job now is to sort all this out, get it into auction lots,
Yeah.
and then get it photographed and catalogued for sale.
Yeah.
So some of these pieces will be appearing in our July sale, and other pieces will be in our October auction as well. So just because this year there's so many pieces, the vendor wants them spread over 2 sales. So
Yeah, interesting.
put these back a second, and then we'll get maybe another box to show you.
Yeah, and what else we can see? And what German items do you have on the auction? You have some German items in England, you told
We do, yeah. We have a lot of items in England. Obviously, we're based in England, so most of our items are in England. This is just a small selection of stuff that's been consigned here in the US, but we've got some really interesting items in England. We've got this superb full canteen set of official cutlery from the NSDAP, which came out of one of the the German embassies in Spain. Was taken by the vendor's uncle, I believe it was. And it's a full wooden canteen set, and it's full of the lovely marked with the NSDAP down-winged eagle, and you've got all sorts. You've got the asparagus server, you've got the sugar tongs, fish knives, normal knives and forks. There's 4 trays deep of their stuff.
That's a great item. I saw only pictures, but that's wow.
Yeah.
And how much is it?
That is going to be estimated between £15,000 and £25,000.
Wow, it's
So
in USD
about
it will be
between $18,000 and $30,000.
yeah, $30,000. But how many pieces in the set?
I believe there's over 200 pieces.
200 pieces.
200
Wow.
pieces.
So you
yeah.
can calculate how
Couch
much.
it down. It seems reasonable, but no, it's a wonderful item, and maybe I'll shoot you some images so you can see it clearly.
Yeah. That I jealous because our subscribers just saw it on their screens, and the pictures are better than I saw yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. And you have a lot of German items there. Yeah. Could you show some?
I'll show you some pieces, shall we? Okay, let's have a quick look. Let's have a look in this box here. We have some German pieces in here. These were consigned here in the US, so this is quite nice. This is the Epaulettes officer's peak cap, but really nice, and with the bullion embroidered cockade and the special pattern railways, Epaulettes cap eagle.
And what estimate price for this one?
This one's estimated at in US dollars about $800 to $1,200 US.
Oh wow! Only cockade cost around 200.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So we priced it about $800 to $1,200. But again, it's nicely marked inside, as you can see. A little bit of wear, but it is a rare peak cap. So, and carrying on the railways theme, we got 2 examples of the standard Reichsbahn peak cap. Slightly different qualities and periods. Obviously, you've got the metal and the cloth cockades, and then again you've got the interiors. This one's quite a late one with the really late pressed fibre peak, and then the earlier ones. But these hats were always the real starter caps for collectors. But they've really over the last few years gone up in value now.
And how much is it estimated?
One of these would probably be estimated around between sort of $250 to $350.
Really?
So it's still reasonable, but hopefully they'll make more in the auction. But we think a sort of a pre-sale estimate of around that sort of figure, $250 to $350.
Okay, great. And some more. I can see.
Yep. Again, quite recognisable. The police shako. Again, real classic item you see in all the pictures of Germany during the war in civilian life. Classic police shako here, and this is obviously the black for the Schutzpolizei, and then we have the brown one for the rural police. This one with the original plume, but again, both pretty good condition, nice original pieces.
Yeah.
So.
And what estimate for this?
These ones will be probably estimated This one probably around $400 to $600, and this one probably around sort of $600 to $800. The rural ones are a little bit more scarce and more popular, and it's got the plume as well with this one. So
yeah, exactly. Nice pieces.
They're nice pieces. Yeah, they're nice pieces that are coming up.
Some more items.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just quickly show you these as well. This is the sort of classic
binoculars.
Binoculars. So everyone's favourite, nice marine stamped on top there.
Yeah.
So you can see, and what's nice with these ones is they've still got.
Oh, that's a submarine. Yeah.
The rubber covers. Yeah, famously used by the U-boat officers.
Yeah.
During World War II.
That's cool. And the interesting thing that's there is no wheel.
Yeah.
It's like automatic.
Exactly right. Automatic
targeting or
yes. Yeah. So these were probably 1944 dated as well. Yeah. So yes.
How much it will be?
These we'll probably estimate somewhere in a region of $800 to $1,200. And we actually have a few sets of these. We have 2 more sets back in England as well with the U-boat type binoculars.
And what customer premium do you have?
Our buyer's premium is 22%.
22%
is our buyer's premium for people that wish to buy in the auction.
That's nice. Yeah, that's really nice set.
Yeah, nice set.
And is there any repairs and?
No repairs at all. There's one little blemish to one lens, but generally they are pretty good condition. And with binoculars, it's so important that the lenses are in good condition. That's the most important thing with binoculars and optics.
And it was really valuable trophy for Navy officers from England Navy officers or Soviet nations. Also for all nations because it's really nicely done.
The German optics, because they were so ahead of their time at the period, that they were real prized assets for any British naval officer who captured any submarines. First thing they tried to do was find the captain's binoculars. And then after that, normally the brass ship's clock as well, which was also popular.
Yeah, exactly. And the ship bell. Ship's bell, it's also...
Yeah, very rare to find original ship's bells.
And I'm doing diving, and it's like a dream and goal of every diver who just found a ship
to find the ship's bell.
Yes. And if it's still there, you is the first diver who is on the target.
On the target, yes, of course.
That's cool. And what else we can see here?
What else do we got? So let's see what else we got. I mean, I'll show you these, which is, we'll do a slight comparison maybe. So here you have, as we all know, the classic Imperial German officers pickelhaube. Again, classic item of Militaria from World War I. And then this is the British equivalent.
Oh wow.
So this is what's known as the...
Well, it's interesting to compare.
Yeah. So this is known as the Home Service pattern helmet.
Home Service?
They called it Home Service. So basically this was worn by a British officer whilst serving back in the UK. So not for combat wear. Okay, so again, this is for the Royal Warwickshire Regiment. And each English regiment, a bit like the Imperial Germany, where they had the different states, had different helmet plates. In England, each regiment had a different helmet plate.
And what value of these helmets?
This one is probably around sort of $800 to $1,200, and the British one, unfortunately, again slightly cheaper, is around about sort of $500 to $700. But this one again is named inside to the officer. So again, we'll do some research on him and find out what he did during his military career.
This is also nicely done.
Yes. Yeah, very nicely made.
Yeah.
So you have Winchester, which is the retailer, is a retailer's FW flight, who was stationed in Winchester, which is a big military town in England.
That's really interesting. And I see here some camouflage helmet.
Yeah, so here we've got 2 World War I American camouflage steel helmets. Again, these are something that have got really, really popular now over the last few years. Used to be around, used to find them here in America quite often, and they were quite common, and they used to range anywhere from $50 to $150, depending on how nice the camouflage was. These have really rocketed up in price, like I say, recently, and we're now looking around about $400 to $600 a piece. But what I want to show you quickly with these is this one, which makes this, I think, nice for me personally. This is a British-made steel helmet. And the best way to tell British First War from an American First War is here. This is the liner, has what we call a split pin rivet. And this is how you distinguish between an English and an American helmet. So if I show you the American one,
and we will compare it here.
You can see it has the standard non-split rivet.
Yeah, we can see that's a regular rivet. Yeah, non-split.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, and that's great to see it in one screen.
Yeah.
And now we know the difference.
Now you know the difference between an American and an English helmet, because other than that, they're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
There's no real differences. But again, really nice camouflage pattern on this one.
Yeah.
And as you can see, very much styled on the World War I German camouflage helmets.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah.
And this one is...
Not so much on that. Some of these were done after the war to go home. They used to paint their helmets to go home as well.
But anyway, that's nice. And some more Japanese militaria we can see here. Could you show something?
Sure.
Yeah. For example, one bayonet we can see here, and couple of swords.
Sure.
Let's see it.
So again, here you have classic Japanese officers, World War II officers' sword, Shingunto. Again with the press button release. Nice blade. And good, typical what we call World War II mounts on there. Obviously, the more coveted Japanese swords are the ones with the early blades.
And did you open the handle?
We have handed the handle, yes, and there is, I believe, a signature.
So we can see it in auction.
You can see it in the auction, yeah, it's all photographed. We've got 3 here, and I can't remember which one has got the signatures, which one hasn't. So
okay. Got it. Interesting. And this Japanese bayonet is interesting also in wooden scabbards, which is rare.
So this is one of the, what they call one of the later last-ditch type Japanese bayonets. And yeah, this one's with a wooden scabbard. You have other ones which have rubber scabbards. And again, you've got the different types of the handle.
Could you open it?
Sure. So again,
it's in a plain blade without...
Plain blade,
how to call this?
You've got the arsenal marks here.
Yeah. It's also very interesting theme of these bayonets, because a lot of them and a lot of variants, and actually some of them was in Russian Imperial Army. After Russo-Japanese War.
Sure. Yeah. And again, a lot of collectors now are collecting by the maker. We have back in England a very large collection we're selling of Japanese bayonets. And it's amazing all the different arsenal marks.
We have a lot of packages here, and maybe we can unpack some of them.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, let's do that. You told there are some swords.
Yes, these I believe have British military swords in. So
yeah, let's open it.
We'll have a look, shall we?
Yeah. Fragile. Box number 13.
Yeah, I think there's 19 boxes in total.
Yeah, this is a 13. We can start from it. It should be lucky one.
Yeah, lucky 13, yeah. Okay, let's have a look what we've got in here. Okay, so it's a real mixed bag of pieces.
So
this is a typical early British infantry officer's sword. You can see with the early type blade.
And what period is it?
This is Georgian, so this is sort of a Napoleonic period.
Mm-hmm. And this Daggers, yeah?
Yeah.
And handle is...
Probably, that may well have been replaced or restored slightly, because you see the looseness in it.
You just received it and
just as it's come. So.
Yeah, nice. Oh, this is a scabbard for...
Scabbard. We'll see if we have the sword as well. So.
Probably it was too long for put it in with scabbard.
So here we have quite interesting. German made, but for South America. So you see in almost like the Imperial German style, but here is the emblem for, I think it's Chile, and it's for police. So this is a police officer's sword from South America, made in Germany and typical of the German Imperial Cavalry style. So you can see there.
Interesting also.
Yeah.
It's like variety stuff.
It's a real mix of stuff, I think. Yeah, it's a real mixed bag. Yeah. This looks like it could be a Masonic piece.
In United States we can see a lot of Masonic pieces. Yeah, that's a good protection for the stuff. It's much better than just put it in a pile.
Yeah. So you have a mother of pearl. Again, it looks a little bit loose, but plain blade. So again, probably not that old, I wouldn't think. Probably 20th century, but made in the older style. So, but I think probably Masonic or something like that. So it's almost like a society sword. See with the blunt end as well. So
yeah,
but very decorative. So a whip for riding crop. This is for regimentally marked for the 13th Hussars, British, probably World War II period. Then we have a cavalry sword, Napoleonic style. Okay, obviously didn't do much damage with this one.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Battlefield found, shall we say. But see, with auctions, you just never know what you're going to be sent down, what's going to appear in a consignment.
You just add that you receive items for auction and people just send you items.
Just send them in, people just send them in.
Yeah, the same as me, and you have great amount of them.
Yeah. So here we have a...
It's also interesting.
Yeah. But again, a scabbard's probably something different.
Yeah.
You know, it's early what you could do, gladius type.
Yeah.
Sidearm.
So you have to sort it.
There's a mixture of swords in that one. Let's see what else we can find.
Next one will be with swords also?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Also a lot of stuff here in this box and mostly loan items, but I see also bayonets. Let's rewrap it. And here we can see some more stuff, and there are parts, there are also parts, blades and handles and cross guards, and is it also mostly Great Britain pieces?
Yes, mostly all, this is all mostly English pieces. Really ideal for sword restorers, or if if you've got a sword that's missing a part or a damaged part. These are good cheap lots for dealers and collectors to use for restoration, use for parts. We don't discriminate against every budget. We try to cater for, so we have something for everyone.
That's cool. That's cool, because it's not just an auction for only with high-end pieces.
Expensive pieces.
Yes,
with
high-end
pieces. Yeah, we like to try and cater for all markets.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Something for everyone.
And could you tell something? What is the most expensive piece from these two boxes?
These two boxes, you're probably looking at a mixture of things, really. Nothing really, really expensive.
Yeah.
You have a sort of an English court sword here, diplomatic court sword. Again, nice blade, nicely engraved. This would probably be somewhere in the region of 150 to 250 pounds.
Pounds.
So you're looking dollars around about $200 to $300.
Yeah.
But again, it's a good displayable piece of what we call an English sort of, almost an English diplomat sword.
Yeah.
Much cheaper than a Third Reich diplomat sword.
Oh, so, yeah, much cheaper.
So.
And let's open this box.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, they packed very well with these covers. Oh wow, that's a nice stuff. Really cool pieces we can see here. Kinjals with the silver mounts, and yeah, that's really nice. Can you show it? Can you open it?
Quite an early one. So you got a nice armourer's mark inside there.
Yeah.
Blade's a little bit warm, but you know, it is an early Kinjal. This one's particularly nice. Again, classic form of Kinjal, Caucasian Kinjal with nice silver mounts, lovely, nicely worked. But what's really nice, obviously date there, but also all the silver Russian hallmarks on there for you.
Yeah. It's probably a name like MS. Yeah. And with Russian 84, and there are Russian 84 silver marks also here, and we can see it here and here, so it's government issued items.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting pieces.
It's a nice one. This one I think is quite unusual as well, with the design, the style. So, not one I've seen like this before. But again, very, very nice, nicely worked. Fittings for the scabbard.
Yeah, can you open it?
Sure. So again, very deeply struck armourer's mark there. And again on the back there as well.
And when will be auction with this stuff?
These will be in the July auction.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting stuff. I have to
Remember.
see it closer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, you got a nice little belt there as well, with the Russian Nilo silver work.
Yeah, and is it small, tiny Kinjal also here?
Yeah, and on the buckle clasp.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like this small belts.
Yeah.
And some of them has markings on every detail. And
yeah, I've not seen any markings on this one, but I've not looked that closely.
no, some of them. It's pretty rare to have markings, because most of them doesn't.
Yeah.
So now we have to finish our video, because Matthew have a lot of work with all this stuff before he left United States and go to England.
Yeah, go back home.
Yeah, and tomorrow you have flight and
flight tomorrow back to England. Yes, flight to England, and then straight on to getting everything catalogued for the July auction. So, like I said, there's loads of things in England for us.
And on your auction rules, what time before auction you have to prepare a catalog?
Catalogue normally goes live online 3 weeks before the auction day.
3 weeks.
So beginning of July. Again, if you go to our website and subscribe, you can get our update emails, so you'll be told when the catalogs go live, and then you can see what lots we've got coming up. So. Okay,
that's great. And probably when you come back to the United States?
We'll be coming back quite frequently. Obviously, we've got loads of people now know who we are now. We've been doing lots of promotion out here while I've been here. So we'll be coming probably every other month, something like that, all depending on what we have going on in England as well. But we're going to try and do as many of the major American shows as we possibly can. I know we saw you, Alex, at Allentown, which was great to see you there.
And Matthew also was in Cine Militaria show, but I know you...
Yeah, from all the European shows, all the shows all over the world. We're going to try and make as many of those as possible, because it's the nearest one here to our office. So yeah, no, we're always going to be around. You can always get hold of us and contact us. Details of our American representative will be on our website, so you can always contact him directly. I will be around as well. And yeah, so it'd be great to have you back, Alex, when we're a little bit more organised and a little bit more up and ready, and hopefully we'll have a lot more items to show you.
Yeah, that sounds great, and probably I will help you to unpack all these items, and probably we can put it on the lines.
Great.
Yeah, that looks like sorted items. And it would be
great
to make one more video with all this stuff. On this note, I want to finish this video. Thank you, Matthew, for this review.
Great
Thank you, Matthew, for all this
you're welcome.
information.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys, for your likes, for your comments, for your feedback. And if you have any questions, and if you're interested in learning more about British Militaria, just let us know, and we will be happy to help you. So, thank you for watching this video until the end. Thank you for your feedback. See you next time and have a good evening.